Welcome into another edition of the Simple Mind Sports Show, where we talk all the latest and greatest in Boston sports. And Bobby, I asked a question: is Sunday's game against the Buffalo Bills a must-win? With the narrative of having a cupcake schedule and no one left on it, that's a credible opponent. A season sweep over the rival Bills could stop that talk of the cupcake season schedule for the Pats. And that's what we'll be talking about today, about Buffalo Patriots preview Sunday, 1:00, Gillette Stadium. I'm excited. I don't know if you're excited. You got a Bills fan in your fucking household, so
Goddamn right, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, hopefully she sleeps on the couch all week and even Monday night after the Bills lose to the Patriots on Sunday. But
there's a small outhouse outside where she stays.
Perfect. And Bobby, like we do every show, we're going to do some opening takes. And I'd like to start with you, Bobby, if you don't mind.
Certainly. Well, with the Patriots bye week, I got to watch some other football out there, and there's an observation I noticed in the rest of the AFC. Those guys blow. Let me tell you what, the Patriots are just as good as every other team out there, and I don't really want to admit it. I've been watching it and watching this magical season where they get wins, and it's just fun, unlike the past two miserable seasons. They should probably be the favorite to make the Super Bowl. It doesn't make sense, but they probably should. And if they win this game against the Bills and put them out of their goddamn misery, then they're in the driver's seat for the 1 seed, where then we could really have something to talk about.
I like it. I like it fine. I like it a lot. And I will too. I will piggyback off of yours because I too watched a lot of NFL on Sunday. And the Chiefs dynasty is dead. It made me happy. I was ecstatic because you know what? I keep posting on people's TikToks that post about Kansas City Chiefs. Tom Brady never did this. Tom Brady never went 6-6 in his career. Tom Brady never went 6-7, especially when he was 30 years old and, just crumbled down his leg. Bobby's going to ask a question later on. This is it. You've seen the best of Patrick Mahomes. I don't think you'll ever see him go to another Super Bowl. I think Andy Reid's on his way out in the next year or two. Travis Kelce's on his way out so he can go have his fairy tale wedding with Taylor Swift. It's over, folks. The Chiefs dynasty is dead, and I am one happy fat boy.
It is satisfying to watch them lose.
God, is it so satisfying. So we will be talking about the Pats and Bills preview for Sunday at 1:00. We will also be going around the NFL with Chief Bobby and Dr. BigMac, where we talk about the best storylines in the NFL right now. Bobby, the Celtics are good? ? We'll be talking about them. Early lines, Rich isn't here again. We should just get him the white wife beater because he has no shot of winning anymore. 10 guys,
basically.
Pretty much. 10 questions from a guy named Rob, and we finish the show with simplest minds of the week. Welcome to the show. Friday Rewind, live Tuesday, December 9th. Here we go. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something. And Bobby, before I throw it over to you, wherever you're listening, please like, subscribe, review, tell your friends, tell your mothers, tell them about Bobby's new room, tell them I look cute as a button, and tell them to go on down to I Love Boston Sports at 250 Grand Street. They were supposed to have Kyle Williams there yesterday. He no-showed. Next week they have Del Pettis for a signing, and then they finish with Terrell Jennings on 12/22. So, yeah, go check them out, 250 Grand Street. You need something for one of your Boston sports fans in your household. Buy him a shirt, buy him a poster, buy him whatever you want. They got everything down there. So go check them out at 250 Grand Street.
Unless it was a signature from Kyle Williams because he didn't show.
He didn't show. He no-showed. So, yeah, Bobby, this is it. It's all you, buddy. Take it away.
I'll tell you what, this game, you really put it well. Is it a must-win? Is there ever such a thing as a must-win for an 11-2 team? I think in this season for the New England Patriots, it kind of feels that way. So if let's just put this out there, Raymond, if they were to lose this game, we all know what the narrative be, that they were fool's gold the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think, from people like us, we've been cool on them for most of the season. We've enjoyed the wins, but up to the point where my opening take is where I watch the rest of the league and feel that they're just as good. We were kind of we weren't really drinking the Kool-Aid.
No.
Yeah. So they lose this game, it'll just kind of temper all that. But they win, we will, and put the Bills out of their misery, and which was very strangely that they didn't flex the game. I thought that was weird.
How do they flex the fucking Ravens game the following week and not this one. I don't understand it. I think this is like going to be must-watch TV. I think this deserves to be Sunday Night Football under the lights, fucking all of America watching after watching shit programming and shit football all Sunday long. This should be the highlight of everyone's fucking day. This should be. I think this is going to whoever wins this game is going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
I think, wow, very, very bold take there. You think that the Bills have a chance? I think I don't even.
If you
look
at it like you said, if you look at the rest of the AFC, I think it's either between the Patriots and I think it's between the Bills. I think those are the only two teams that have the strong enough to go through the playoffs and to run the table in the AFC. I don't think anyone else in the AFC does. I think it's just those two teams and they stand alone.
No, I think it's true. I mean, the Bills still have Josh Allen, and we could basically say they have the two best quarterbacks here in the AFC so far. So if that's what you're going off of, but let's kind of stick with the theme here of it being a must win. What would a win here in this game cement for the Patriots and Drake May thus far this season? What would it do?
You have now a season sweep over your division rivals. You have that narrative that now you are in the driver's seat going forward, that every game is now a winnable game, from the Ravens to the Jets to the Dolphins. I'm probably missing another team in there, but I think that will solidify this season that everyone's saying it's a cupcake season. Well, you just beat the Bills, who have the defending MVP on the sideline over there. You went into their house, beat them. Now they came to your house. You took care of business. And now you're in the driver's seat going forward, and hopefully Denver fucking gets knocked off at least once, and now you're the 1 seed. That's what it all comes down to. I think it sets it all up right here. This game sets all that up on the table for you to be like, all right, now I can have my 1 seed. I took care of my bitter rival that we couldn't be able to beat, and they've been having the division crown for the past 5 years. Now it's our turn. Now it's my turn to fucking roll.
God, it would just feel so good. These wins that we've had, and it's been great. They've been beating teams really soundly, and they've been really good, fun wins. But we haven't had one that meant much. The first Bills game meant something. Bills on the road. It was the first real win of the season. But this one, to just put them down and be like, boom, done. Yep. AFC crown back where it belongs, sort of deal, and just to kind of shepherd them, get the fuck off my field at the end of the game, sort of thing. That would really be fun, and that would be something we haven't seen really since 2019.
Yeah, and you have the defending MVP of the NFL with Josh Allen. Everyone's talking how Drake May could be the NFL MVP this year at the season's end. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's Matt Stafford's to lose at this point. But yeah, I mean, that could be another talking point, that you beat Josh Allen in your house. You throw for your first ever 300 passing yard game. I mean, there's fucking storylines galore coming out of this. That could come out of this.
There is. And does it simply boil down to this? We'll take it to the preview. Is it simply which quarterback plays better? Is that all it is? Is that all this is?
No, I think it's going to come down to the coaches. I think no matter what, Drake May will shine. Josh Allen will shine. There'll be some throws that each one of these guys makes that you just say, holy fuck, like how do they make that completion? How do you get that ball out? But I think it's going to come down to who's the better coach at this point, because Sean McDermott has been making boneheaded plays. We've been saying it all along. We're not Bills fans. We fucking been saying this guy should be fired. If he makes boneheaded plays in Gillette in a game like this that costs him, he could be playing for his job too.
I completely agree. This is going to be a game where the Vrabel McDaniels pairing will completely outshine the McDaniels, Brady, and whatever the hell else they have out there. They've already proved that they've come in and have set up with superior coaching with less talent. I think we could all agree that the Bills probably have more talent, but we may be underrating what the Patriots players are doing. They're out there winning the game. So we talk shit about a lot of the players, but they're getting the job done. I think from a game plan perspective, from a having them ready to play perspective, from every way that you could put it, that the New England Patriots will be ready to play. They're coming off of a bye week. The Bills coming off of this game that we discussed here, a weather game, in which it was hard fought for them to be able to get that victory, to even set up the game of this magnitude. I think the Patriots will have the better plan by far. I don't think And I think if McDermott loses this game, I think he's coaching for his job. I think he loses this game. The only way he saves it is by winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, because basically you haven't been able to get it done. I saw the stat that Josh Allen's the first quarterback to beat Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow all in one season. No one's ever done that before. So yeah, I mean, basically, what's that for? You never went to the promised land. You've never gone to the Super Bowl. You put all your chips in last year, and you still couldn't get it done. And now you're losing to the Patriots, who now could be the darling. They're young. They're up and coming. They have the coach now. They have Josh McDaniels making Drake May look like an MVP type quarterback. Like, you're not going to be the guy anymore in the AFC East. You're probably done.
If you're the Bills, you look at what your coach McDermott let happen. You let Vrabel and McDaniels come in there. You get a year 2 quarterback in a team that went 4-13 last year, signed 5 free agents, and brought in a draft class with a left tackle, a left guard, and a starting safety. And then run roughshod, go 11-2, sweep you, beat you at home, and take the division from you when you have the reigning MVP. Yeah, you're fired, buddy. Okay, you let that happen on your watch. Get out. We can find somebody. We can find anybody else to do that.
And I think that might be the best thing for the Bills. Yeah, I think that might be the best thing for the Bills in that franchise.
Oh yeah. 100%. I mean, he's already been there too long. They need something else. But enough about the Bills. Another one possible interesting fact. Have you looked at the weather report coming up for Sunday in Foxborough, Massachusetts?
I have.
What does that weather report say?
Please hold. I got to go down a little bit because I do have it. It's in my early lines, which I have Sunday, 1 p.m., cloudy, 32 degrees. Josh Allen. Yeah, 32 degrees.
Now, is it calling for any possible rain or snow?
It's calling for a chance of precipitation.
So another possible weather game, which we saw how the Bills played in it. They played pretty well. So I don't think that really bodes well enough for the Patriots. But what it does bode well for is the fans. Weather game, lots of fun. Everybody likes that.
But the one bad thing is Drake May doesn't like a wet ball. He does not like throwing a wet ball.
He doesn't like wet balls.
So I hope the precipitation stays away and it's a dry game and it's cold and the fans are lubed up before getting into that stadium. And that I thought about buying tickets. I saw it on the third market. I wanted to do it, but it's just like 1 o'clock.
Staved off.
If that was 8 o'clock game, I'd fucking be all for it. I'd be fucking driving down there, fucking party it up. But yeah. Hopefully that crowd is rocking at 1 o'clock.
It as much from a viewing, if you are watching the TV at home, there is nothing better than a prime time 1 o'clock game just to get that experience at 1 o'clock, whereas you normally have to wait to the evening. But so that part for us is fine. But just from kind of like, does it feel like a bit of a slight for having it feels like they're slighting the Patriots, which is kind of pissing me off a little bit. Maybe I'm just being a cunt about it.
No, it feels like that, but then it just doesn't make sense that the Ravens, who are basically shit this year and look like shit and are going downhill.
Lost to the Steelers.
They're going to the primetime game with the Patriots the following week.
It's all about the goddamn Cowboys. It's because the Cowboys are in the Sunday night game this week, and they're not going to flex them out. But yeah, whatever. As far as just on a quick thing I think we've covered some of the kind of the key points to this game here. Patriots will come back as healthy as they can. I think Wilson's coming back. I think Tonga's coming back. So I think they'll have some help on the lines. And just, I mean, the players, they played 13 games in a row. That's a really long time before a bye. So hopefully they'll be refreshed. We saw them on the Monday night game before. They came out with the most energy they've had all year. So hopefully, I mean, that'll carry over if they could come with that sort of a fight and energy for that Giants game. Hopefully they can come back with that again this game and really bring it to the Bills. But what are you seeing as kind of like, what's your key to the game? How do the Patriots win? What do they need to avoid to do to lose? Not lose.
I'll answer that, but I want to back it up because Vrabel did come out and said that that Giants game, it was like because they played the Thursday night game beforehand against the Jets. So They had that it was kind of like a long layover, and he wanted them to be like, listen, this is going to be like a bye week for you. Like, it's business as usual. You got to come back and ready to play on Monday night. They did that. Obviously, they looked like shit against the Jets. They came and they played really well against the Giants. They fucking were hitting hard, all that. But Vrabel made it a point, like, you guys got to get ready. Like, that's how champions are made. Like, you got to go in there and, if something's not right, like you're not playing on a Sunday and now you have an extra long week, you got to still do your thing. You still got to train. You still got to be ready, prepare, all that shit, because even though it's a Monday night game, you got to be ready. So I'm hoping that he's taking that and going forward with it. For now, you've been on a bye week. Now it's time to get back, focus. If you want to be a champion, you got to come on here, do business on Sunday, get it done, get the job done. And I think the biggest key of the game, I'm not worried about our secondary. All I'm worried about is those Bills tight ends. They have 2 really good tight ends. I just want to make sure that our safety help or our nickel defense can actually stop them, because that is what they're going to be relying on, because they obviously don't have anyone. They got Brandon Cooks, who I don't think is going to do much of anything. Their wide receivers aren't really, Coleman has been fucking sitting out, right? I think he played last week, but he hasn't been getting a lot of playing time. So they really don't have a wide receiver.
Bills wide receivers ain't shit.
No, so I'm just worried about the tight end. Other than that, that's the biggest focus point I want the Patriots to make, is make sure you can shut them down. Obviously, Josh Allen's going to make things happen, but yeah, shut that down, and I'll be happy.
That's a great call out. Pats get killed in the middle of the field anyway, so that is a good point to be able to get there. The Patriots need to do the exact goddamn thing they did in the first game, which is don't show the Bills any respect. Teams play off of them and act like Josh Allen is going to just beat them by walking on the field. Make them play football, and he will fuck it up. He does all the time. He is doing it this year. Look at what the Bengals did in the first half. The Bengals pressed them. They were all up on them, and they had success. That's what the Patriots did in the first game. Do it again. And on defense, the Bills are average. They can be had. The Patriots will have their plays. They'll get their points. I don't worry about the Patriots scoring points in this game. All they have to do is do what they did in the first game. Make them play football, and Josh Allen he'll give one away, and that's the game.
Another one, I want to see the defense actually make a stop on the opening drive. That'd be nice.
I kind of like how it goes. Give up the touchdown. Yeah, that's how a game this year goes. So if it goes that way, I'm fine. I'm kind of used to it. You get in, you get kind of annoyed at the beginning of the game, win the touchdown, and then they just slowly crawl and dominate the game from there. It's kind of fun.
All right, fine. You sold me on that one. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of the way it's been. It's literally that's the way 9 of the games have been. So I'm used to it. I'm fine with it. If that's
how 9? Is it 9 or 10 now? I don't remember. I know the Giants did 9. It on. I think the Giants did it on their opening drive. So yeah, it's just like, God damn it!
Yeah,
just fucking stop someone so we can have like a, nice easy way into the game, and just I don't have to have my high blood pressure and all that shit. So
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I am looking forward to it. I can't wait. This is going to be a great game, and I assume we're picking it during early lines, so I'll wait here.
Yes. So we're not going to tip our caps, but yes, we will be picking that on early lines. Patriots, Bills, 1:00. I know I'll be watching that. Bobby, I hope your wife is in another room and you can enjoy it, because obviously she's a Bills fan. But until then, let's throw it to headlines with the obvious one. Thank you there, Richard. Patriots were on a bye week, but my wife didn't know that. So off to the bar I went to watch Joe Burrow give the game to the Bills. The Packers beat the Bears, and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs dynasty got flushed down the toilet by the Texans. Don't look now, but Rich could be wrong once again. That's because the Celtics are fucking on a roll, winners of 5 in a row. They sit 5 games back behind the Detroit Pistons for the first place in the Eastern Conference, and Jaylen Brown is playing at an MVP caliber level, currently averaging 29.1 points per game. The other team that plays in the Garden is making myself look terribly wrong, as they are sitting in second in the Atlantic without Charlie McAvoy or David Pasternak. And finally, Rich's soccer goat, Lionel Messi, wins another championship, this time stateside, as he wins the MLS Cup for Inter Miami and wins the MVP. This has been Headlines with the Obvious One. Back to you. You like that?
Yeah, it was good. That was the
Thank
new
you.
one. New graphic. Like
New
it.
graphic. Yeah. So Bobby demanded this, so I
It wasn't a
obliged.
demand. It was a suggestion.
It
You
was
made a fucking demand, which I said no to.
You did. So let's get into it. Around the NFL, some of the biggest storylines, and one of the biggest storylines out of Week 14 is the death of the Kansas City Chiefs, 6-7, 6-7 record. Will not win the AFC West and could be eliminated from the playoffs. What does this do for the NFL, Bobby?
I think as far as from around the NFL, there's obviously dynasty fatigue. I think everybody's kind of happy with it. They're happy to see them go out, but I think it's also part of leading to the wide open nature, which we discussed the AFC currently is. Yeah, and it looks like it could. I don't want to say it could be wide open for a while. I mean, there could be one or two teams here that could kind of re-cement themselves with some moves. Buffalo just doesn't feel as strong. The Patriots, maybe if they strengthen, they could be one of those teams. But right now, it looks like the AFC could be wide open for a little bit. That you don't have to just go. You have to worry about the Chiefs.
No more parity, which I'm fully aboard. I can't stand. I mean, I know I'm a Patriots fan, so it was awesome seeing that fucking year in, year out. Like, when's the AFC Championship game? Wake me up then. That's when I start paying attention. I'm sure that's what the Chiefs are, but their fans are fucking obnoxious cunts, and I can't stand them. Us, we're just fucking, blue collar guys that just like sports. We're very nice. We're polite when we go places. We don't rub it in your face. We just, it's just, and if everyone talks about, Patrick Mahomes, he's the next GOAT. He's the next guy. Tom Brady never did this, folks.
No, he didn't.
Not once. Even when he hurt his knee, Belichick still almost got that team to the playoffs. So I think this is going to be the dismantling of the Chiefs. I think Andy Reid probably only has a couple more years left. I think Travis Kelce is going to retire at season's end, or next year is going to be
he blows.
And then Patrick Mahomes is just not going to know what to do anymore because everyone's going to be gone. And that's the true test to see if he can actually keep up with the NFL and keep being that guy. And I don't think he can be.
I agree.
Joe Burrow finally gets an L this season after throwing one of the absolute worst fucking throws I've ever seen.
From the 33. Oh my goodness! Look out here! Christian Benford, gift wrap the other way, touchdown! What just happened?
I was watching. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was watching that at a bar. It was a 40-foot by 40-foot fucking screen, I think, or 20 by 20. I don't know. It was fucking huge. And I was watching that, and I said, "You motherfucking lesbian-looking quarterback! What the fuck?"
Two things. Watched Home Alone. He absolutely looks exactly like if Macaulay Culkin grew up to be a football player. He looks exactly like him if he grew up to be a football player. Secondly, Burrow uncorked some of the best throws you'll see, and then he absolutely threw that ball like a girl there. Like his he was like what I just they completely melted down. The same thing. The Bengals, they probably could have ran off the rest of their schedule the way they were playing, but then they melted down at that right there. So they got what they deserve, Cincinnati. And yes, he does need to leave that absolute disaster of a franchise.
Yep. And obviously I made a bet with Bill and Rich long ago when he got drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals. They said Cincinnati was going to ruin this kid. And I said, no, he's going to be a top 5 quarterback. Since then, I won the bet because he is a top 5 quarterback. But right now, he needs to get the fuck out of Cincy. Shave that head, start over, go somewhere else, go to a domed stadium, play there, and you'll be fine. Just get out of fucking Cincinnati.
The Detroit Lions should try and Goff
Stafford
again, and then try and trade him to the goddamn Bengals, and then offer 5 first-round picks for Burrow. So something crazy.
Know where I'd like to see him go? The Rams.
After Stafford?
After Stafford. Stafford retires, fucking see you later, and then they somehow pull off this miraculous trade and get fucking Sean McVay and fucking Joe Burrow together.
Well, that's the thing. You got to give him a quarterback in return. That's why the Goff one works. That's why when you goffed Goff, you got that starting quarterback. Then they just upgraded. So you're going to have to give them a starter back.
Hear me out. Give him Stafford, a future first-round pick for Joe Burrow. Stafford gets there, fails the physical, says, I'm done. I'm retiring. And then they get fucked because that's Cincinnati for you.
Pretty sure passing a physical would be part of the trade, but that's fine.
Fine. He passes a physical, but says, yeah, but nah, I'm out. And then retires.
Perfect. Yeah. Then
Yeah,
I'm in.
That
now.
sounds more. Okay. Perfect.
All right. I'm in.
Is it a foregone conclusion that the Rams are the best team in the NFC, or do you give the Packers, Seahawks, or 49ers a sniff?
49ers, not at all. The 49ers are just a good team that's been winning some games. The Seahawks defense is outstanding. The problem is they have Sam Darnold at the quarterback position. If Sam Darnold could just play how he normally plays in a game, in a game that mattered, they would be the best team, but he doesn't, so that's not possible. The Packers are probably the second best team, and the Rams are the best by far in the NFC. They're going to the Super Bowl.
If the Rams have home field advantage, I see no one going in there and beating them at all.
Yeah, I don't even know if that matters. I mean, does the LA even have a home field advantage?
Well, I'm saying because if
they just
don't
have to travel.
If the Rams have to go to Green Bay, if Green Bay somehow's got the one
Yeah,
seed or
that's fair.
Seattle got the one
That's
seed,
fair.
I don't see the Rams being able to go on the road and playing outside in the cold weather and
Yeah.
Stafford.
I think they can go to Seattle. It's not that bad, but like Packers,
into January though. January, cold, rain, miserable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually think in that Seattle defense, that they've been like you said,
They're
they've
so
been
good.
stepping
They are
up.
so good.
They're nasty to watch. You're like Seattle. Like I had to look at the record. They're 10-3. They're not bad. They're not a bad team at all. They can.
The only question mark that team has is if Darnold cannot melt down. If he doesn't melt down, they're as good as anybody. But he melts down.
Yeah, absolutely. But so, do you give any of those teams a sniff, or you think it's like the Rams?
I'd give the Packers a sniff. I think the Packers are good. I think they're a good team. They're the second best team, so they get a sniff. But I mean, if I had, I'd take the Rams over them.
Yeah, I think it's the Rams. I think the Rams pretty much the front runners, unless something happens to Stafford or Puka or something. Then
that Rams Patriots Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah, we were undefeated against the Rams in the Super Bowl. Bobby, news broke that Daniel Jones could be done for the season, and guess who just got signed? Practice squad. 44-year-old grandpa Philip Rivers is making his way back to the NFL, and yes, he really is a grandpa, apparently. One of his kids has spawned another one, so yes, he is a grandfather. Bobby, I ask you, with the season on the line, do you think Philip Rivers can do it?
First of all, I'd like to toot my own horn, as last week I said the Colts would miss the playoffs, so kudos to me on that prediction. Thank you. This is a dumb decision. Every team has a practice squad, and on that practice squad is a quarterback that has been in professional football the entire year and even probably prior to this year. So what I would have suggested is signing one of those guys.
Yeah, apparently it's the same system, so it's not what I was listening to today was that it's the same system he's known his whole career. It's the same offense, so it's nothing like he won't have to learn anything. It's just, will he be able to physically go out there and play in the NFL?
Which I'm going to go with no.
At 44 years old, I'm going to go, hell no. They're going to be like, hey, thanks for coming in, but we're all set here.
Yeah.
And lastly, Bobby, the Jaguars are one of the hottest teams in the NFL with Liam Cohen down there looking like a great hire. Could they be one of those teams that go into the playoffs and just fucks everything up for everybody?
No.
They have, huh?
No.
Really? You don't think so?
No, I don't. The team that I do think will do that is in their division, though, and that's the Texans.
Oh, good point.
Have you watched the Texans play the past couple weeks?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. That defense.
They don't give a
Remember
fuck.
how you're just did Seattle defense you were talking about? Houston's defense does the same fucking thing.
Same fucking thing.
They don't give a
CJ
fuck.
Stroud looks average, but they have dudes on offense. Like that team is physical. They the Texans,
defense.
the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is trash.
I don't know that game against
Jacoby Myers has been nasty for him though.
That offense is starting to click, man. And if their defense can pull it together, I think they can make some noise in the fucking playoffs. But yeah, I think one of those two teams, either the Texans or the Jags, are going to have a huge upset in the fucking playoffs. Hope
The Texans are going to come back and win that goddamn division. Okay, first of all, the Texans are going to win that division.
I think they're a little out of it, but I think it's the Jags' fucking division to win right now. But yeah,
fair. If they win the division, the Texans are going to make the playoffs because the Colts are out.
Yeah, I think the Texans will make the playoffs. They'll be a wild card, and I think they're going to fuck some things up. One of those teams is going to fuck some things up for the AFC.
Yeah, they are.
All right, Bobby. That's around the NFL. Did you enjoy it?
Thoroughly.
All right. Well, next up we have Celtics Are Good? Question mark.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something.
Oh yeah, Bobby.
This question really pisses me off. This whole segment does, honestly.
Well, I know you didn't really want to talk about it, but they are winners of 5 in a row, holding the third spot in the Eastern Conference. And Bobby, it seems as though some people might be clapping back at you.
Like, where are all the Joe Mazzulla sucks people, right? Don't hear from them much right now because all of a sudden the Celtics have won 5 of their last 7 clutch games and they're 15-9 in the 3rd seed. And all of the Joe Mazzulla sucks folks got nothing to say. You got nothing to say because they're winning and the guys love them. So just impressive. I couldn't be more impressed. All right.
Bobby, the floor is yours.
Just because they've won, the whole NBA sucks. It is flat out garbage. It is unwatchable. That fucking guy is probably one of the only ones that actually watches the games. Okay, Raymond, when you watch the fucking Celtics, do they look like a good team?
As of now, yeah, they actually have been looking pretty good.
They've been looking okay because Jaylen Brown all of a sudden figured out how to fucking shoot the basketball and he's on a heater. That's not going to continue.
Well, yeah, he is averaging 29 points per game in 33 minutes per game, which is a lot. I don't think this is attainable for him for the rest of the season. Nope. That is not going to work out for them. He's going to need some load management. He's going to need to take some games off. This front court is probably one of the worst front courts in the NBA. This bench is probably one of the worst benches in the NBA. I don't see this lasting, but it is pretty nice to see that Jaylen Brown can do it. He can take a team. He can put them on his back and say, let's go, ride with me, and I will take you to the promised land. I can make you a playoff team, which could help out in the future with Jaylen Brown being able to do this because now he could be a piece that we could sell off later on and say, hey, he can do it. Look it, and you could get a king's ransom for him.
Yeah, they're winning games. Great. I'm sure part of it, if we were to look into it, has to do with some of this, where the Celtics are playing a game. These other teams are coming off back-to-back road games. I'm sure that's built into this because when things were at the beginning and they were even and they were playing these games on a lower level playing field, no, we saw what was happening. Matty Towel, boo, huh? Boo? No, Matty. Whoa.
I mean, Bobby, they are hot right now. They own the third. They are third in the Eastern Conference. They need to make a move.
Regular season basketball. It is nonsensical regular season basketball.
But you're third, so you should be making a move right now. You could be making a move. You could be saying, all right, Jason Tatum could be coming back in March. That's his fucking target date. His birthday. He wants to come back. He wants to play. The Celtics, they own 3 second-round picks, which everyone knows is like great. It's a great trade bait for everybody else. You got some good role players in Jordan Walsh, Anthony Simons, and Hugo Gonzalez. Should they ride out the season with these guys or just fucking say, all right, now's the time. Let's fucking start selling off some assets, bring in some players, and let's make a run for it.
They should make a move if the right move is there to be made. They shouldn't make a move because they're third in the East and they think that they can make a run this year. They should make a move if it's the right time to get the right move for the right players. That's why they should do it. If not, wait it out until you have to. But don't do anything now because you think you can make a run. Why do it now?
Because you can make a run for it right now because obviously no one thought this was going to happen. You didn't.
You don't know how Tatum's going to be when he gets back. You don't know if he's going to be ready, and you're going to be adding all these things, and it's going to be a team soup. Missoula's not going to be able to coach that up and work that together. He's just that's not what he does.
No, but if you could go to the trade deadline, let's fast forward to the trade deadline. Day before the trade deadline, you're still third, second, first in the Eastern Conference. You know you can make a run for it because some of these teams in the East are fucking complete ass. And you know that Tatum will be coming back. He will be playing this year no matter what. You know that you need front court help. You know you need bench depth because all these guys, obviously aren't the guys. You don't think that you would be saying, all right, I have 3 second-round picks. I have these role players that are young, on contract. I could sell them to a fucking team to bring someone back in. You don't want to do that?
I want to do it if it's the right move. I don't want to do it just for this season. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you could,
I know what you're saying.
You could do it. If you could upgrade your team for the long term because that deal's there now and it might not be there before, I'm pulling the trigger because I'm making the team better. I'm not doing it because I'm just saying, okay, we're third. How do we just get better for this season?
I got you. But what if Tatum signs off on it and says, yep, if you bring this player in, I want to play with this guy next year and he's going to be here next year. If you bring him in, let's see how it goes now. Let's try this all out.
If they're asking Jason Tatum what they want on what they should be doing, then this whole fucking franchise is fucked. Okay, you don't ask the goddamn players what to do.
It's the NBA, Bobby.
Moves. I know that's the goddamn problem. It's the fucking problem, Ray.
Speaking of problems, the top teams in the East are as following: the Detroit Pistons, the New York Knicks, the Toronto Raptors, and the Orlando Magic. Suck, and suck. I said this before the season that this team could be a top 3 team in the East. Toot, toot, motherfucker, I was right. And if Tatum comes back this season, say March, could this team do it? Could they make a run with this roster and adding Tatum to the mix and not doing anything else?
Yes, I mean making a run qualifies to what? Getting an Eastern Conference Finals? Yeah.
You think they could do it with Tatum coming back?
Yeah. Tatum's like a top 3 player in the NBA. When he's best, you could say he's the best player in the NBA. So you had the best player in the NBA. I'm gonna go with yeah.
Goddamn right you are. Other than Jaylen Brown getting injured, what will derail the season for the Boston Celtics?
If Joe Mazzulla comes off the meds.
That's not going to happen.
I know.
Those meds are fucking good, and he has a lifetime prescription for them, too. All right, Bobby. Obviously, we'll start talking more Celtics Bruins as the Patriots wind down. But for now, third in the East. Can't go wrong, baby.
Fuck Joe Mazzulla.
Early lines right after this. All right, Bobby. I don't have the time limit on this one because
I know we can go real long.
We can go long on this one. So let's go over last week. Rich was abysmal. He went 1 for 5. Only one, right? He has 27 wins on the season. Bobby, you went 2 for 5. Not so great. 32 wins for you on the season. I myself went 4 for 5. I am now at 37. I pretty much got this thing wrapped up. Rich probably will be wearing a wife beater on one of the shows. Might take till June, but he will be doing it.
I know what I got to do is just pick the opposite of what you're going to pick from now on.
Or just pick what I pick. So let's begin.
I won't catch you that way. God damn it, Ray.
Let's begin. We got the first game on the docket. LA Chargers, who are 9-4, traveling to Kansas City, who are 6-7. Somehow the Chiefs are fucking 4.5-point favorites. This is a Sunday 1:00 game, partly cloudy, 24 degrees in Kansas City. Chiefs lost their last matchup back in September, 27-21, and still are fucking favorites in this game. Don't get it. Bobby, do you want to go first or do you want to go last?
I'm going to take the Chiefs because there's no way that you do. So I need to start gaining ground here, and I'm going to choose opposite of what I think you're going to do.
So you're going to take Chiefs and the -4.5. Yeah, you're right, Bobby. I am taking the Chargers. Divisional game. It's going to be close, and you're going to give me points? Sure will. I will be taking the Chargers this week. Rich? Very good. Richard's not picking this one. He says it's too hard for him on this one. Moving on, we got the Ravens, who are 6-7, going to Cincinnati to take on the 4-9 Bengals. The Ravens are 1.5-point favorites. It's a Sunday 1:00 game, cloudy, 21 degrees. Bengals won their last matchup on Thanksgiving night, 32-14. Bobby, you want to go first or last?
I want to go first and give me the Bengals.
Ooh, if you're trying to take ground, buddy, you're not going to do it that way because I, too, will be taking the Bengals.
Damn it.
I think Joe Burrow will bounce back after those 2 terrible games. Hopefully he shaves his head. Doesn't look like a lesbian quarterback going out there. So,
he is a lesbian quarterback.
Give me the Bengals, and he's going to show everyone that he's a top 5 quarterback still. I'm going to skip the next one. I'm going to make that the last one. So next one, I'm going to go Lions, who are 8-5, traveling to the LA Rams, who we already said are going to be the NFC favorites and representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. They're 10-3, 5.5-point favorites for Sunday, 4:25 kickoff. Lions are on a 2-game winning streak versus the Rams, and it's a Goff versus Stafford matchup once again. I'll go first. Give me the fucking Lions. I'm going to take the Lions and the points.
Awesome. Give me the Rams. I was just going to take the Lions because I thought you were going to take the Rams. Perfect. Give me the Rams.
Perfect. Look at how that works out.
That was great.
Rich, you want to get in on this? No?
I like boys.
He sure does like boys. Next game, Sunday, 4:25. We got the Packers 9-3-1 going to Denver. Take
a
on
couple
the Broncos.
Banger 4:00 games.
Yeah, 4:25. Their Broncos are 11-2. However, the Packers, the road team, are the favorites at 1.5 points. Sunny and 56 degrees in Denver this late in December. Packers last won in Denver was October 29th, 2007. I know they don't play there often, but that's a long, long time ago. Bobby, first or last?
I will go first, and I will take the Packers.
Packers in the minus. I'm taking the Packers too because I really want the fucking Broncos to lose. That will help the Patriots out.
So do I.
That'll help us get the first seed. So, yeah, I will be taking the Packers, rooting for the Packers on Sunday after the Patriots play. And the last game on the docket, game of the week, in my opinion, Bills 9-4, traveling to Gillette to take on the Patriots, who are 10-2. Bills are fucking favored somehow at 1.5 points.
It's bullshit.
It's going to be cloudy, 32 degrees with chance of precipitation. Josh Allen hasn't won in New England during the regular season since December 1st, 2022. And he has a 7-7 record overall against the Patriots in his career. I'll go first. Patriots, baby. Taking the Pats.
Give me the Patriots.
Give me the Pats. Bobby's taking the Pats. Yeah, I think it's going to be close, but not close enough because I think it's going to be a touchdown game for the Patriots. They're going to win by 7 points at least. You want to make a prediction? Score prediction?
Yeah, I say it's probably another field goal game. Last one was what, 23-20? I think this one probably has more points in it. Give me 27-24.
Give me 31-24. Bills will be marching down the field in fourth quarter. Less than 2 minutes to go. Josh Allen's going to make a boneheaded mistake. Turnover. Game over. Patriots 12-2.
Give it to me.
I fucking love it. So that's early lines. We will be right back with 10 questions with a guy named Rob.
And here we are. So Joe Burrow, we've already kind of discussed this. That was a real top 6 performance, huh? Right?
You're really coming at me right now, aren't you?
I am.
Fine?
Yep.
It was a bad game by Joe Burrow at the last when it mattered most. He fucking fizzled. I got texts from you, from fucking Rich, from Bill. Yeah. He played like shit at the last minute. It was terrible turnovers.
He was throwing absolute ropes in the first half and looked like unstoppable. And then in the second half decided to throw it like a girl 2 plays in a row.
Yeah. He fucking threw it like a girl.
Yeah.
Meh.
And that is why he is not a top 5 quarterback. I'm sorry, Raymond.
Nah, I already
Top
got
5
my money.
quarterbacks don't throw it like girls.
I already got my money, so I don't care. Say what you will.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you won the bet. That's good. Very good.
Thank you.
Will Daniel Jones be the Colts quarterback next year?
Yes, because the Colts don't own a first-round pick for 2 years. They don't have any trade capital. Yeah, he is going to be back under center next year.
Didn't Sauce tear his Achilles too?
Yep. Yep, they're fucked. That franchise is fucked.
They thought that they were doing so fucking good. They're like, oh, we're winning fucking games. We got this big, strong dick now. We're going to trade for Sauce. Boom, Achilles. Daniel Jones. Boom, Achilles. Phillip Rivers, starting quarterback.
Well, they have Anthony Richardson still, but I think they realize that guy fucking sucks. So
I think he's still injured. I don't think he's ready to play yet.
Well, I'm saying for next year. You're asking for the Colts next year. I think it'll be Anthony Richardson next year, but Daniel Jones will still be on the roster. It's going to be they're not going to be able to go out and get anybody.
Yeah, that's fair. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, the Chiefs have a second dynasty run like the Pats.
It's over. It's over for those Chiefs.
Yeah.
He's going to be like Dan Marino now. He's going to put up great stats, but he will never get back to the promised land.
Yeah, I'm inclined to say the same thing. I mean, I don't think Chris Jones is back with that team next year. I think they trade him. Kelsey's done. They have some other good young players, but it just kind of seems like it doesn't feel the same there. Like things have changed. I don't think Andy Reid's heart's in it anymore. They don't even seem like prepared for these games. Like I think something's going on with Reid and the coaching there. I don't think it's at the same level that it was, and I think he moves on pretty soon. If you had to press me, do they make it to one more Super Bowl? I'd say yes, but I don't think that they're going to have a second go like the Pats did.
No, and I think there's problems with the offense where you had talent before. You would have like Tyreek Hill. You'd have all these guys that could come down there and be like stars in the making, but now they don't have anyone that is stepping up and being that guy.
Well, and you know what it is too? Before Mahomes was like a bit of a unicorn where he was like as athletic and like he was the only one kind of doing what they do. Now, like a lot of the quarterbacks, like they may not be as good as him, but they all kind of do that. So these defenses are kind of used to it.
Yeah.
And like everybody plays that way. Allen, May, Herbert, they're all like that. All the good ones, that's how they are. Yeah. So it's not unique anymore.
Nope.
Just isn't.
It's not like that. Not like the defense doesn't see it on a weekly basis.
Exactly. They're used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fuck him and fuck the Chiefs. How pathetic is Notre Dame for opting out of postseason altogether because they were mad?
I love it. Fuck they have so many fucking bowl games. It's so stupid. Who are they going to go play? What was their bowl game they're going to go? The fucking...
I don't know, whatever.
But I think the bowls, the fucking NIL, all this bullshit is just fucking ruining college football. I heard something today that don't be surprised if you start seeing the bowls at the beginning of the season. Like that's how they're going to start the season with like the...
That's retarded.
Not like the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, or anything like that, but all these like third fucking stupid ass,
like the Gator Bowl or the
fucking Fenway Bowl or the fucking Gronk Bowl or the whatever. You're gonna see all that at the beginning of the season because no one wants to play in these. But if you put it at the beginning of the season, you'll get all these kids that have to play because now it matters because it's week one, not after season where your draft.
That is how time works. So that would fuck with everybody. So that is great. That's really good thinking. And these money making slob greedy fucks, they would get you that way by putting their name on something and then having you watch it because you're excited at the beginning as opposed to over it at the end. And now, as opposed to 20, 30 years ago, these bowl games on New Year's Day, like when we were kids, we watched those games.
Fuck yeah.
Because it was tradition.
That was the only one.
All there was to do. And now we have so much other shit going on that we're not going to watch a meaningless football game that we know is meaningless, where before it was just a different thing. So I agree. This turned into a fuck you to college football bowl system. Fuck you.
Yep.
Would you rather go down a big slide or play in a ball pit?
Now, how do I get up this big slide?
Yeah, climb. Like a ladder.
Like a steep ladder?
Or stairs is fine. You gotta walk up there.
Give me the slide.
Now slides are fun, but the ball pit has its own charms too. Other people are in the ball pit. You throw balls at each other. You kind of, you're like swimming in the balls. It's very fun. I think I go ball pit.
By my house, we have a trampoline park, and the ball pit is very deep. It's very hard to get out of. I don't like it. There's a smell that radiates from there, like probably kids pissing in there. I don't like it. Give me a slide. I can go down once, twice, maybe 3 times. I'm good. Slide. But get the fuck out. No ball pit. No, thank you.
Yeah, those trampoline parks are something. The flexibility that kids have at that age to sit there and do all that jumping. I went in, like I did, like it was, I was at one of them. You did some jumping, and then like the next day, I'm like, wow, can't do that shit again.
Yeah, your back fucking feels like shit. Your knees, your joints are all aching.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Nope, no, thank you.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Is Shedeur Sanders any good?
He has more 300-yard passing games than Drake May, so I mean, he does have that riding for him.
What I'll say is he's an NFL quarterback. He is a backup caliber NFL quarterback. Like, he deserves to be on a roster as a backup.
Yeah, he's
not one of the best 32. Maybe he gets more run, and maybe he could do that. But he's worthy of being on an NFL roster and being a backup. Yeah. Like, if that guy's your backup quarterback, all right, he can come out there. He can throw the ball. Yeah. He's not useless.
He's the best thing that's happened to Cleveland in a long time.
Yeah. He's better than the other two they had going. He's better than Flacco. And he's better than the other guy.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, with that bum.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's an NFL quarterback. I'll give him that.
Yeah. You can make it. You can backup quarterback.
Yeah. And hey, I wish I was a backup quarterback in the NFL.
Fuck yeah.
Who finishes with a better record, the Chiefs or Dolphins? Both at 6-7.
Dolphins are fucking playing hot right now. I'll go Dolphins. I think Dolphins are going this way. Chiefs are going this way. I'm going to take those Dolphins.
Dolphins got a real shot to like finish.
Which is weird because everyone thought McDaniel was the fucking reason why like no one wanted to play for him. When Tyreek got hurt, he was smiling and peacing out because he was like, I'm not going to play for this. Yeah. They fired the GM, and that's what it took. And now everyone's happy, and they're playing fucking great football. It's like,
it seems like what we thought. Like, we were all, I think I asked the question before, is there any way McDaniels wins his way back next year? Looks like he might be doing that.
Oh, I think so. I think he comes back.
I think if he finishes 8-9, he does it. I think that's enough. I think for him to save his job, I think he's got to win 2 more games. If he finishes with a winning record, he's absolutely back. I know he's got a game against the Jets in there, a game against the Bills, obviously a game against the Pats. I don't think it'll be easy, but
he can do it.
He can do it. He may have already done enough just to win these games and show some fight and look competent. Because teams don't want to pay him and somebody else. So he may have gotten himself another season with the trash Dolphins.
I agree.
Speaking of trash, the WNBA labor negotiations, you know what's a big hot topic, Raymond? Team provided housing.
Because they can't afford it. They're only making $74,000. Angel Reese only made $74,000.
So they wanted like just have these like WA sponsored sorority houses. Like, what is it?
Apparently, we're all get to hang out together, have slumber parties, pillow fights and all that, and talk about game film. I mean, that's what they want.
Like,
I don't get it. I don't. If that's what is like on the table, like, I think these girls, if they hold out, the WNBA is fucked because they want to be equal pay. They want to get paid the same like the NBA players. However, the NBA is paying for this league to stay afloat because they're not making any money. Their best player in the league, they're trying to blackball her out because they don't like her in fucking Caitlin Clark. It's a terribly run league. I think they need to have some changes with the commissioner and just reboot it and revamp it because it is going downhill fast.
Yeah, like I get it. If like the average salary is like $75,000 for the amount of time that they have to put into it, if you were to break that down on an hourly level, the amount of work, the amount of time that they actually do in their profession, it isn't equal to a minimum wage, probably, I'm sure. So I would agree that it probably needs to be revisited. But yeah, like it's not the same product yet. As much as I ram on the NBA, the NBA gets eyeballs. And
And it sounds terrible to say this, but like they play in arenas where they shouldn't be playing. They need to almost have like their like a smaller venue.
It's kind of like how the MLS has their own, if they're playing in Gillette, it doesn't work. They should be in a stadium that's like 20,000 people.
Exactly.
Which
would be more beneficial. It would be more aesthetic for the viewing pleasure because now it looks like everyone's there and like watching the
like
product.
a high school gym.
I was gonna say like more of like a college venue, like a low level, like a D2 kind of thing where you could actually look filled up, but still nice product to watch. But yeah, these watching them play at fucking crypto arena in LA, like it's like they're not selling that out.
It is bad. It is bad.
Yeah,
it is bad.
I want it to work out. I mean,
we should get Jason Williams back on the show or on the show and get his opinion on this.
I don't think we would like that. Rich would be very upset. Rich would be very upset with that comment that you'd make.
Raymond, would you prefer a wrap sandwich or a regular sandwich with bread?
There's only one kind of wrap I like, and it's either chicken Caesar or buffalo chicken. That's it.
You only like chicken in a wrap. You wouldn't like just like a turkey wrap.
Nope, because I like the buffalo chicken, just the juices and the fucking sauce coming down with the ranch and just, at that last
you can
bite.
Get the same effect with the other one. You can get your dressing or whatever that is. No. You can get that same effect. Now, obviously, I love a crispy chicken wrap. That's a great thing. You're just like a burrito style or anything like that. But even if it's just a sandwich, anything you would put between bread, would you rather put it in a wrap?
Give me this.
No.
It's just those are my only two. Those are the only two wraps I take.
I think if push comes to shove, I would go wrap. It's just less. It's more. You're eating more filling and less bread. Not that I don't like bread, but it's just that's how I would probably go.
Fair enough.
But I like a good sandwich. Have you done any Christmas shopping lately?
Yep. Not a lot, but I've done some.
Yeah, I've done some, and I don't want to do any more. I want somebody else to do it for me.
I just have the Amazon driver deliver it for me.
Yeah, I know, but then you just sit there and you're just endlessly scrolling for these things, and it gets overwhelming.
What I've done, what we've done, is we had our daughter make her own list on Amazon and set everything she wanted, and it's like her Christmas list, so she didn't buy anything, but it's just right there. And all we have to go do is go bloop, 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 buy.
I mean, that sounds great. I like the way that is. Are they reasonable items? She's not choosing things that are unreasonable.
No, it's fucking very reasonable. Lots of clothes.
Your son also chooses reasonable items?
No, he's starting to become an expensive young fella.
Oh, he's becoming unreasonable. What is
it's just clothes. He's just like, oh, I want these shoes, and these shoes. I'm like, it's one or the other, bro. You can't have all of these. I'm not buying you fucking 3 pairs of sneakers, so pick one. Well, I like all 3. Fuck. Well, no, it's not working like that.
Which one do you want?
Yeah. Well, I want this one for school, and this one for basketball, and this one for summertime. Well, it ain't summertime, so you're not getting those. Yeah.
God, Ray, I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like to deal with children when they really need things.
He's not like me, though.
Want things like that. That's different when they're not just little kids.
When I was a kid and I was playing sports, I would always go for the most expensive shoes I could find because I would think, well, they're expensive for a reason. He's like, oh, these look cool. I want these. I look at the price, $60, $70. I'm like, okay, done. I won't even bat an eye. Here you go. Have them.
Oh my God.
Yep. So that's how
Kids
that goes.
These days. God bless you, Raymond, for handling it.
Thank you. Is that it?
That is 10 questions.
That is 10 questions with a guy named Rob. We'll be right back with Simplest Minds of the Week.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something?
I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
All right, Bobby, simplest minds of the week, where we find the funniest clips and we post it on here and get a chuckle out of it. So the first one I have is called Wet Wife.
She will not speak to me ever again. I cannot miss this opportunity.
You are Dad.
A man was driving down the street, just so I can paint the picture for the listeners. Driving down the street, renting out, big puddle, saw his girlfriend, wife, whatever, got her wet. Very, very wet, and she was not pleased. I would do this in a fucking heartbeat if I saw my wife walking down the street, renting out, puddle. I would do the same exact thing, and the reaction probably wouldn't have been the same with her. But yeah, I thought that was a fucking classic.
That was pretty good.
Next one I have is called Dudes Being Dudes.
I'll get you in my ear.
Got a guy in a wheelchair, looks like an airport escalator, and he gets pushed down to the depths of hell. He hits a... It's a laugh for me. The guy in the wheelchair hits another escalator, crashes down. It's a downhill escalator that doesn't have stairs. It's just a ramp. He fucking pushes him down and says, "See you later, buddy."
That is some old school jackass shit right there.
Oh, yeah. Made me laugh, too.
Yeah, it was good.
This one's called Billy is Not the Brains of the Operation.
Billy, get the fuck Billy! Billy, you fucking retard!
We'll do that one more time because Bobby likes this one. Basically, two gentlemen are driving down the street. One named Billy, apparently, and he has firecrackers in the car, lights it. I think his friend thought he was going to throw it out the window. Instead, he keeps it in the car and throws it on the ground.
Billy, get the fuck Billy! Billy, you fucking retard!
The best part is, like, it reminds me of you with the whole retard at the end. Billy, you fucking retard!
That's the best part.
I think he thought he was going to throw it out the window. He doesn't. Maybe the window was rolled up, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'll just put it on the ground. Where's this going to happen?"
Billy.
Billy, you fucking retard. Last one is called Seth Needs Sleep.
Did you run home from Northgate?
No, Seth!
Locked out of his house. Seth just wants to go to bed.
Seth, no.
Hopefully he's not renting because Seth just put a hole in the door trying to open it because his key wasn't working and then dives head first. I mean, classic. Seth. I mean, at what point do you not just intervene instead of recording him and say, "Seth, no. Let me."
I would have continued to do that. If that was you, I would have been, Ray, no, Ray.
You're goddamn right.
Unless it was like my door at my house, but if
it's his, yeah, fuck him.
I didn't own the door.
Yeah, I'm good to go. Yeah, I'm same. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Well, Bobby, that's been it. This has been the Simple Mind Sports Show. Join us next week. Hopefully, we're talking about a Patriots victory over the Bills. If not, it's going to be some sad beers and a lot of yelling. And hopefully Rich joins us again after being on location and not being able to join us tonight. So tune in next week while we talk about that. And if you like what you saw, click that like button, click the subscribe button, leave a comment, tell your friends, tell your mothers, and join us next week. Until then, bye-bye.